What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 483rd episode of the Pokemon Podcast. It's super effective. What?
No, I'm recording.
Are we recording? Am I recording?
I'm recording.
A giant jump into it. I'm like, I'm used to the ba-ba-ba.
I know,
ready.
I'm lucky
I wet my
hit
whistle.
Record. I was like,
And suddenly we're just
I'm
in
recording.
the episode. What the? Good grief.
It would just go.
Go.
I'm your host, SBJ. With me is Greg.
Hello, I'm your host, Greg. With me is SPJ. Take that.
wow.
Will is here.
So what's more important, the fact that I got a sick pump at the gym this morning because I did a total bro workout?
Yeah, bud. Yeah.
It was literally just chest and arms. It is like the most bro workout possible. Or the end of Gardenscapes.
What?
Gardenscapes is ending?
I didn't delete it, but I have gotten to a level that I will never be able to get past. And therefore, I've installed Solitaire and actually find Solitaire to be that much more fun.
What a twist.
I know.
Oh, and you won't join me on my game, though.
What?
Oh, no. Because there's so much false advertising with
there's so much false
Project
advertising with Gardenscapes, too.
They actually put in those things from their ads because they got so many complaints about the false advertising. Project Makeover, I ain't not shaving anybody's head or applying their makeup or...
Yeah. You don't even you just pick the colors. They do all the work. It's super easy.
I can't get interested in other actual human beings' lives to care about their well-being, let alone virtual humans who can't make decisions about what clothes to wear.
Whew. So that Animal Crossing update then. Okay. Let's we have some Pokemon news. I am moving in less than 2 weeks, so the sense of urgency for me might be high, but I just want to make sure we have some good shows, and if they're not 40 hours long like they normally are, that's probably why.
Also, there's no news. Nothing is happening.
I can always find something. I'm pretty good at it.
You can always find something. That doesn't mean it's worth talking about. We'll still talk about it.
Let's start off with Pokemon Go stuff first. I do want to start off with the Twitch rivals. Because I thought that was kind of cool. So, two things. One, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/PKMNcast. And two, there is something called Twitch Rivals, which is like a competitive thing that Twitch puts together, and then that goes on like the front page of Twitch. It's like their big esports things. And normally Twitch Rivals is like Apex Legends or Call of Duty or Valorant, all the stuff you would expect to be competitive. And they would pick usually pros, but also like bigger streamers. And the ideal is like obviously the bigger streamers bring in the more casual competitive people. The pros, it's supposed to like, bump up. It's like what Worlds does for Pokemon, gets people excited for competitive. And Niantic and the Pokemon Company partnered with Twitch, and they did the first ever Twitch Rivals Pokemon Go thing, which is highly ironic that Greg and I complained about the Pokemon Go competitive thing a week ago.
I wouldn't say complained. I would say poked fun at.
But you know what? The only thing I could think of when I was listening to that whole conversation was Greg has never been to a Worlds.
Nope.
It's true.
Nope.
So he doesn't get the concept of sitting in the audience and watching people play a video game because
you act like I have
complaint about.
I have never sat in an audience watching people play video games before. I just have never done it for Pokemon.
Yeah,
I did it for a lot of things.
There's not a far distance between watching somebody play competitive Pokemon Go and watching somebody play competitive VGC Pokemon. Just because there's battle animations doesn't make watching two people sit across from each other at a table with their screens projected on the large screen any better.
Yeah, but that's not new. Pokemon Go part was new. It's ripe for conversation.
Anyways, for conversation. Twitch Rivals.
So they broke it into 3 parts, which I think is cool, and I think that's I said last week that I felt like Pokemon Go battling is kind of a coin flip, and that even if even if the leg, which is the biggest problem with Pokemon Go, was fixed, it's still like kind of missing something. And I don't know what that is, but I can say at least when the Twitch Rivals, they broke it into 3 parts. They broke it into so Niantic, or I should probably say Twitch. So Twitch sent all 18 people. I was part of this, by the way. So they picked me, they picked some other people in the Pokemon Go community, and then they picked 6 IRL streamers. So it was kind of a cool concept. They had 6 like pros. I was not a pro. That's okay. I would never consider myself a pro in Pokemon Go battling. Please don't let me get there. So they picked 6 pros. They picked 6 whatever, like high profile streamers. I guess I was one of them. And then they picked 6 IRL streamers. And the whole point was the IRL streamers were going to go outside for an hour and catch Pokemon. My people were going to sit at home and catch Pokemon. The coaches were going to sit at home and catch Pokemon. But then the coaches also had the added responsibility of like making sure their other 2 people, the IRL and then my people, would be able to build a competitive team. And so that first session was like an hour. And on paper, ideally good, but also like IRL gear is very hard to manage and get set up. And they were out and about, and then they had to get back. And so that was a little messy. But the first hour, Twitch sent us these phones. These phones had special accounts on them, all ready to go. They had 300 Pokeballs, no berries. They had like incense. They had like 1,500 rare candy. They had like elite TMs and stuff. So they were ready to go specifically for this tournament. And then they gave us special spawns, and they were like, these like 25 Pokemon will be spawning in an hour. You can catch them, and then those are the Pokemon you'll be able to use for battle. So that was actually really cool. So I sat in my office chair right here. I caught Pokemon for an hour. Before we went into it, my coach was like, okay, these are the teams I thought of. Who wants what team? And I was like, oh, I want the Swampert Skarmory team. She's like, okay. So obviously, make sure you catch all the Swamperts, or the Mudkips, all the Skarmories, and then catch these other Pokemon to flush out your team. And then the IRL guy was like the Vigoroth, Charizard team, because that was like a little bit easier. And then she had like a more advanced team. Because one of the rules was if I'm using Mudkip or Skarmory, no, my other 2 partners on my team cannot. So that was pretty cool.
That makes sense.
Spoiler, I didn't get a Skarmory. So because I didn't get a Skarmory, well, I did, but it was over 1,500 CP, so I couldn't use it. I took her, I think we traded, so I was like, I'll just use Noctowl because I caught Hoot Hoot, and then you'll use the Skarmory you caught, and then that'll be fine. So that was like the RNG, because you're playing for an hour. You don't know what's spawning in front of you, and also, like, I was lucky enough to catch like 6 Mudkips, but 4 of my Mudkips would have been way over the 1,500 CP for Swampert. So the first hour was like very chill, but like very like, okay, we're catching Pokemon for an hour. This is cool. Hopefully, I get everything on my list. And for not having berries and only having Pokeballs, catching Mudkips and Slackoths was incredibly stressful because you're like, I don't want them to run, and I don't have like Ultras, and I don't have Golden Razzes. And like, obviously, if I was on my own account, I'd catch everything. And then it went into the powering up, right? So you're going through now. I ended up catching 69 Pokemon in an hour. And then I was like, don't have a Skarmory. Okay, I have the Hoot Hoot. Okay, which ones of these I'm going to power up? I'm going to use an Elite Charge TM on Swampert to get a Hydro Cannon. And then I guess I'm very lucky or knowledgeable about Pokemon Go, so my coach didn't have to spend too much time with me. She had to spend a lot of time with the other guy who decided not to check any of the CP and then throw away all his Slackoths except one, and then power up his Slackoth to 1,500 before they evolved it. And then let's just say instead of having a Charizard, he had a 1,500 CP Charmeleon going into his battles. But all the IRL people were at a pretty... I don't think any of the IRL people were they were all like, didn't play Pokemon Go since the launch of the game. So that was a little hectic. But the coolest part that I wanted to talk about is when we did get to the battles, it was you had 6 Pokemon that you powered up to 1500 CP, and so it was just like VGC. You saw 6 Pokemon. So Twitch made like a Google Doc, showed all 6 Pokemon everyone was using. Like I was using the Noctowl and the Ariados and the Galvantula and the Swampert and the whatever the other Abomasnow. And then I saw their 6, and then I narrowed it down to 3. And it was best 2 out of 3. So if
so
I
got
won,
team preview.
there was team
Kinda.
preview. It was just through a Google Doc. But that was the most exciting part, and it really felt like I built a team of 6. I looked at their team of 6, and I made the correct choices going in versus I just have 3, they just have 3. Whoever has the better lead is clearly at the advantage of this match. And so that felt actually really fun. And so I enjoyed my time with Twitch Rivals. I won 4 of my matches, only lost 1, and my team came last. So it wasn't my fault.
Oh, that's all that matters. It wasn't my fault. Just like in Unite.
Just like in Unite. So I hope they do more of that because I think watching the process of catching, building, and then doing it was actually really exciting to people, and they don't really get to see that kind of part of Pokemon Go.
That's true. Seeing how the burrito is stuffed.
Speaking of Pokemon Go, the Halloween event is happening right now. They got more hat Pokemon. You want a Piplup with a hat? They got it. You want Pikachu with a hat? Always.
More hats.
So, I have a fundamental question about the Piplup and the Pikachu hats. Do they feel really Christmassy to you? Because they feel really Christmassy to me.
I haven't seen them.
I guess I can see what you're saying. I think with the Pikachu, the bow tie throws it off because it looks like a candy cane bow tie.
For Christmas?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the people in my neighborhood have started putting up their Christmas lights, so maybe it is
we have a
Christmas.
very short window. I just feel like both Piplup. When I first saw it, I'm like, am I getting the wrong event? Because this is really Christmassy. And then I looked at the graphic. I'm like, no, this is the right hats. They just look Christmassy.
You know what's funny is like I'm scrolling through Pokemon Go Live and they like revamped their website, like 2 months ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they do the thing where they have like the little shiny symbol next to Pokemon. Like 1-star raids is Galarian Slowpoke, Murkrow, Scraggy, Yamask, Esper, and then like the little shiny symbol is on Murkrow and Yamask. But if you like go through, the shiny symbol's on more things than not. And it's like that's something that like fans have always made, like those like fan graphics of what's shiny and what's not. But that's nothing the Pokemon company has ever done because it was always like all or nothing. It's like it can either be shiny or it can't. So I feel like I wonder what year or what point that it's just everything is like a chance of shiny in Pogo and we don't have to have this little like, well, everything in eggs is shiny except for Golett, and it's a little silly. There's a Spooky Cup, which is cool. Or the Halloween Cup, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening. The Season of Mischief story goes to the next part. There's special timed research. There's some really good event bonuses this time around. Twice the transfer candy, always on. Twice the catch candy, always on. Twice the hatch candy, always on. And then guaranteed XL candy when walking with your buddy. So really, really, really good bonuses happening. The 3 costume Pokemon we talked about. They added a giant Pikachu pumpkin head, which actually looks really good in game.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Like somebody at the modeling team figured out how to make the model, and it's not clipping really weird like other things. They added some more face stickers. They added the Halloween music. They released Galarian Slowking, which I think was broken at first, but I believe they fixed it. They turned Spinarak shiny. That is the new shiny this event. So don't ignore those Spinaraks. And
I don't want a shiny Spinarak, so that's okay.
And then on October 22nd, there's a part 2 That's when Phantump, Trevenant, Pumpkaboo, and Gorgeist will appear. For those who are unfamiliar with X and Y and have not known anything about Pumpkaboo, there are 4 sizes of Pumpkaboo, which will be added to Pokemon Go. There's the small size, the average size, the large size, and then the super size. And so...
I wonder how easy it's going to be able to tell in the game.
You have to listen to the cry because they have different
But
cries.
I mean, now that's in the regular games, but is it going to be that hard in Go?
Maybe maybe you can tell from looking at them. I mean,
you should be able... I mean, the problem... It's like you can usually tell 3 of the 4. And then it's unless you have all 4, it's kind of hard to put them in what order. But they're saying here on Niantic's website, small and average are easily able to find in the wild, and large and supersize are going to be rare in the wild. And if you definitely 100% want only average size Pumpkaboo, it will be in 1-star raids. That is the only. There will be no super size or no small. It's only average in 1-star raids, and then Darkrai will be back, and then Mega Absol will make its debut. And that's kind of it. That's kind of our Pokemon Go minute. But I don't know. They kind of Niantic always kind of kills it around Halloween. I feel like their Halloween events are always...
No, they don't. They always forget to focus on ghosts, and it's all Gigalith and nothing but Gigalith. This is the first time they've ever been successful.
I don't remember any other Halloween Pokemon Go events. So, sure, this is great. Knock it out of the park again. I could not tell you at all what happened last year. There are costumes, weren't there?
I'm sure there were hats.
There are hats. Is that when Sableye looking like a liquid came out? I remember that.
Yeah, possibly. It was also when Gengar had like the Tim Burton costume going on. Oh, is Gengar in a bonnet?
Yeah, that was it. Now I remember that vaguely.
A lot of zippers and a lot of
stitches.
What
stitches.
Counts as a Tim Burton costume? That
like the Nightmare Before Christmas, like stitching across the mouths and the face.
Never seen that movie. I will never see that movie. Sure.
Some TCG news here is Mew, VMAX, Bolton, VMAX, and more in Pokemon TCG. I don't know why I really struggled with that headline. This is off Pokemon.com. Fuse your TCG battle styles with the upcoming Sword and Shield Fusion Strike containing more than 260 cards. Gosh, this expansion introduces the new battle style called Fusion Strike. Embrace the fluidity of this style and the adaptability of the new Pokemon V while also using powerful new Single Strike and Rapid Strike cards. And don't overlook the power of several Pokemon VMAX appearing in Gigantamax form. They show off Mew, they show off Bolton, they show off
Huntail.
Huntail and a Gorbis.
Yeah, and a Gorbis. Look at that. Both of them are fused. Okay. What is the difference between the strikes?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's... correct me if I'm wrong, but if I believe like you pick one of the battle styles and then you only include cards that have that same battle style in your deck. So there will be cards that are tuned towards a particular battle style.
So is a fusion let you use them
it's
in
just a new
either?
one. It's a new
or
one.
Is it a third category?
It's a third one. So there's rapid, single, and then fusion. So now there's 3. I can kind of break this down a little bit better. Single strike Pokemon are normally Pokemon that just hit harder but don't do anything too special. It's usually like some extra plus 10s or some extra plus 20s. They are simpler, but they hit a little bit harder. Somebody's gonna be like, well, but this card, yeah, there are exceptions, but that's like the general feel.
In Vanguard, we call that an Unga Bunga deck. You don't have to think. Just Unga Bunga, hit them hard.
And then Rapid Strike is more like not hitting as hard, but maybe more acceleration, maybe more like going into your deck, more setup.
Combos.
Yeah, more combos. Perfect. And then I don't know what the heck Fusion Strike is doing. They show Fusion Strike Mew.
My confusion comes because Fusion Strike Huntail says Single Strike Jammer. Fusion Strike Gorbis says Rapid Strike Canceller.
Yeah, because they prevent those. They're specifically so they prevent those decks from working.
So is Fusion like?
It's just a counter.
Is it the blue? Is it
Hard
the blue
control.
Magic deck?
Hard
control
shuts down.
Fusion-
Heck yeah,
Fusion
that's the Will
sounds
Anderson
like-
style.
Yeah, Fusion sounds like a more control, which is like
Gross.
shutting down other abilities.
Boo.
Here's the thing. People are really excited about this set because there's like a secret rare Mew. Looks really great. I'm sure Bobby wants it.
Is it shiny?
260 cards. Just don't even buy packs. Just buy the card you want. Like, you're not going to pull it. That's the problem with these sets. Like, Chilling Reigns is enormous, and so is Evolving Skies, and it feels like you don't get anything you want because they're just so filler heavy because they have so many cards. And even if you get something rare, you're like, oh, this isn't the rare one because, cool, I got another Graplock V. What am I going to do with the Graplock?
The only way is to buy a case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you have 7,000 filler cards and like
Then
5
you
cards that you want.
sell the fillers. Exactly. Now, buy singles, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to see more cards from Fusion Strike or what they're doing, but 260 cards, no thank you. That's so many. That's a lot of cards.
It's all the cards.
Also off Pokemon.com, the Pokemon 25 album is now available digitally and on CD. Don't make my mistake. Go to Target, walk down the vinyl aisle, and be like, where's the vinyl? That doesn't come out till February.
Yep.
I did not know that. And I didn't even think of getting the CD because I was like so set on like, I'm just going to get the vinyl because that's the cool thing.
Is
So
there
now I gotta
anything
go back to
special on the
Target.
Target CD? Like, is there any?
Target does have an exclusive. I think it just comes with like bonus stickers, and I think the cases or the cover is different, or whatever, the book, the thing that goes inside.
Yeah, the insert.
There's no like bonus songs. It's just there's probably a sticker on it, and then it comes with stickers.
Did you guys listen to the J Balvin song?
Yeah.
And watch the video? Yeah, that is
Finally-
the best of them all.
Finally,
It is so
somebody
good.
understood the assignment.
It is so
somebody
good.
made a Pokemon song with Pokemon in it.
I am such a huge fan
Finally.
of him now.
I didn't understand a word that was being said.
I mean, it was like you'd be on fire like Charizard.
Yeah, I mean, I looked up a translation after, but the first time I watched it, I'm like, oh, I don't know this language.
The song title is Ten Cudadio. Is the song
I
in
think
Spanish?
it's like be careful, or it's like cuidado. Cuidado.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Ooh,
Be-
that sounded
be-
fancy.
I believe it's beware.
Well,
like,
take care, be
Take
careful.
care, be careful, beware, something like that.
But
But that video is really good, and the song actually has
It
Pokemon
is.
in it, and I'm impressed. And they win. They win
they
the
won
album
the album.
because they
J
did
Balvin
the
wins.
assignment. They're
Although we
the
all
person in
know-
the group project that was like, no, this is Pokemon related.
Greg,
None of this, none of
the
that.
unfortunate thing, though, is that he cheated off Bad Bunny. We all know this. Just Bad Bunny wasn't asked to be on the album.
I think for our patrons, for the people that get the like event tickets that we do every month, I think we'll do like a listening party for that. In the obviously we have to do everything through the Discord because Slack has 0 audio tools. Unfortunately, I think even the paid Slack doesn't have any audio tools. But I think we'll do a listening party for that because if I don't set aside time to listen to this album, I will not listen to this album. So I have
You
to
don't
have
listen
some
to music.
thoughts.
You really only listen to spoken.
I
things.
came back to music. I'm in the K-pop.
You came back to a
You
music
did not
person.
just say K-pop and music in the same sentence. No, come on.
You have one person that you listen to, one that is not
I'm-
listening to music, that is standing an individual.
I'm very into Taemin. Actually, I've listened to a lot of BTS this past week only because my wife had a 10-hour BTS session with our friend, and I was there. And
What do you do when you're working out? What do you listen to? Oh wait,
I was just like,
when? Okay, when I'm
you're
in the
clanging
shower,
and banging,
and when
you
I'm
need the
mowing the
beat.
lawn, and when I'm washing the dishes, and when I'm cleaning the house, I do have podcast on.
That is
And
not listening to music, and
and
that is
I
not
know.
clanging and banging.
I understand you. I understand you would need music to clang and bang. That is true.
No, I've listened to podcasts while clanging and banging previously.
Oh, I can't have them chatting in my ears when I'm trying to count my reps.
That makes sense. Well, if you were just running, you could probably.
If I'm on
We
the
don't-
bike, yeah, I'll listen. I
We
will
don't-
listen
no,
to.
no more. This is 2021. No cardio. Cardio eats gains. No, this is not the year of cardio. Sorry.
When I don't move, I have to do some cardio because I'm literally sitting in this room for 16 hours.
They said Pokemon 25 album is now available digitally or where CDs are sold. There is also a special colored vinyl of the album coming in February in celebration of Pokemon Day. And I think, again, there is 2 vinyls. There's I think it's a yellow vinyl, which actually looks really good. And then there's a Target special vinyl, which is like the Pokeball, which oddly enough doesn't look as good. I don't know. They picked a really good yellow for the vinyl. I don't know.
Because
Maybe I'll
yellow is
get
the best
both.
color.
What are we at for time here? We got time. Okay, that'll just switch over to. I was thinking. I was like, do we split here and take a break?
I was half on board buying a CD, then I thought I will never listen to this, and
You
I
have to
don't want it in my
put it
house.
Next to the Burger King gold-plated cards.
No.
This is not going to make money. People are going to be like, this isn't even Pokemon related except for the J Balvin song. And they're the only one that understood the assignment. And it's going to go
That's why
into
we
the
need the
dustbin.
listening party.
Yeah, I see. I could put the CD like on this shelf, but then it would block something else. Although
Something important.
the Pikachu Game Boy picture frame is empty. If the CD would fit in that, we could do it. But no.
So good timing, I guess. And I do like that they're doing this, even though it's like really expensive. But they hyped up this music all year. They had the music Pokemon Go Fest. They trickled these songs out through the year, and now on Pokemon Center, this is off Pokemon.com. They're collaborated with some audio company and some apparel company, and they're releasing like $500 headphones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is like
no.
kind of unreal. Okay, so brand
This is my skateboard, y'all. This is my
Brand-
skateboard.
They're releasing more skateboards, by the way. I didn't have that in our notes, but there's a series 4 of skateboards coming.
Oh, get your hands out of my wallet.
Look,
Pokemon.
Rosalia or no go. That is that I will get a Rosalia skateboard and nothing else.
There's gonna be a Rosalia skateboard.
In like 2050.
Check that Instagram post. You can see.
I don't think that's going to be Rosalia.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
Brand collaborations with Grotto Labs and U-Turn Audio, as well as the Pokemon Greatest Hit Collections, offer both style and substance in the first round of products available through Pokemon Center. So they did some shirts, and then the more important thing here is they did an easy-to-use turntable that captures the whimsy and wonder of the Pokemon world. The Orbit turntable, produced in collaboration of U-Turn Audio and Pokemon Center, features Pikachu spinning around the platter. And they say your music will be as powerful as Blastoise's hydro pump.
The first
That's
time you play it.
Pretty powerful in Pokemon Unite.
If you happen to prefer a personalized experience while listening to the recently released album, the right pair of headphones is an essential accessory. Pokemon Center collaborated with Grotto Labs to produce wooden and metal headphones celebrating the spirit of Pokemon, enhancing your quality of music. The housing of the wooden headphones is made of maple, chosen from rich tonal qualities, while the housing of the metal headphones they don't say what metal it is, bring a degree of precision to your music.
I still don't understand how we got back to vinyl.
Look,
Vinyl-
vinyl's not bad.
It's
not
not
good.
bad the first 3 times you play it, and then from then on, it is hot garbage.
I like vinyl.
I do too.
It's
a warmer tone.
For
is a
the
warmer
first
tone.
3 plays, and then
Okay.
it becomes hot garbage, full of cracks
No, 'cause you need-
snaps.
I like the cracks and I like the snaps.
Yeah.
But also just don't get a crappy $90, $80 turntable from Target, because that thing's gonna not be great. Here's the thing.
I do need a new turntable. So
I am not one of those vinyl people that are like, it sounds perfect. It's the best way to listen, because like FLAC audio and the monitor speakers I have on my desk are a million times better than what a vinyl record can spin out and produce for me. But there is something that you can't. This is why I like vinyl. When you got company over, or it's just you and your significant other, and your house is clean, and you lit that candle, and you put that vinyl on, that is like a mood. That is like a thing that you cannot buy.
And the nice thing about
I
vinyl,
lived it. It's not that great. I did it for 15 years.
I recently, within the past 2 years, have gotten back to listening to albums and not just songs. And one of the nice things about vinyl is it enforces that album experience. You have to listen to the songs in the order that they were selected.
Like 4 bands write album experiences anymore. Most bands write single experiences.
That
so,
I
like,
think
if I'm
is
going to buy an album,
opinion.
it's just like
I don't think that's accurate.
Like, these songs don't
Maybe
even
the
flow together.
bands
What are
you're
they even
listening
telling?
to?
It's a lot. You cannot tell me that your pop princesses have created a concept album around Pokemon.
Let me put together a list that you'll never listen to because you don't know.
Let me tell you, there's no Taman on vinyl, and I'm very upset about this.
Are you sure in South Korea?
Yeah,
there's
have
no
you gone to
Taman
South
on vinyl?
Korea?
Where would I look for that? I mean, I look on Amazon, and I looked on like big or whatever.
There's a big city called Seoul.
Seoul.
That
So-
is where you would look for it.
Okay, I will go to Seoul this
Dude,
week. I will report back.
I will. Nothing would motivate me more to actually get a passport than some reason to go to South Korea because I love South Korea.
Let's go to South Korea, Will.
I see how I'm left out of this trip.
Yeah, we'll
Nice,
make it
thanks.
business
Because you're
expense.
not-
Look, here we go. Here's 500 IQ. Big brain over here. The next Pokemon Go event in South Korea, we'll go. Business expense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Easy.
done. Done and done.
We just got to wait for that Pokemon Go event.
Wait, Greg,
Okay,
what's the last K-drama you watched?
I don't remember.
What's your favorite K-pop band?
That one.
How
that-
do you say okay or that's right in Korean?
Meowth. That's right.
No. You got no interest in Korea. Get out. Get out my DMs. It's
Look,
me and Steve on the Korea tip.
It is your job to sell me. I am the
There's not
entry level.
enough
I
room
am
in
the
Korea, and you honestly, if you can find the Grand Shaft, it is possibly the greatest K-drama ever, and you will fall in love with Korea. Either way, we have a program to cover. Steve's still not packed. We got to move.
That's true. Also, in order for Irene to sell me on BTS, she withheld this Taman knowledge from me, and it wasn't until Taman that I could go back and appreciate BTS. Okay, I want to talk about this turntable. I have like a $120 turntable. It's old. It's super old. It's like I had it before I met Irene. I probably will throw it away, honestly, or donate it before I move, because also turntables are like weirdly odd, and I don't want to put it
Mine
in
broke
a box.
in my move, and I only moved 4 miles. Yes.
I was told by multiple people that this turntable is incredible, but that the Pokemon tax on it is pretty much double. They said that you could get the same turntable with no Pikachu for like $220, and they're charging $380 for this turntable. I ain't got that kind of turntable money. I got to save it for a South Korea trip.
Yeah.
But if it's not sold out by Christmas, and my wife is like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm going to say this Pikachu turntable.
I want that too. Put that on my Christmas list.
Okay, both Will and I want the Pikachu turntable. You heard it here first. Greg, are you in? 3 turntables?
He's got no vinyl.
No, I have a basement full of vinyl. Do not tell me I don't have vinyl. I have a basement.
You don't love
full
your vinyl.
of vinyl, and I understand that it is a fundamentally flawed system.
It is very flawed.
I, in my basement, have the greatest vinyl album, Bongos, 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 full of bongo music. It's amazing. So don't at me that I don't know about vinyl. I lived it. I was there when vinyl was created. It was the
But
only
don't
option.
act like I wasn't.
You weren't. You were a child.
Look, when vinyl came back, I was a hipster. I needed to get into something. I know what went wrong in my life. I understand.
I remember the day and you have to be from a certain area of the Northeast to even understand all the words that will be coming out of my mouth in a minute. I remember the day I went to Caldor to get George Michael's Faith on vinyl. Okay.
Did you ever have the device on your turntable that you could stack four
Yes.
vinyls on top and they would drop?
Yes.
And then usually two would drop at the same time. Yeah. Look, we knew the tech back in the day.
That
it was the only
way,
option.
now here's the thing. You would buy 2 copies of the album, and you'd put side B face up so that after side A on the first one finished, then side B would drop down, and you didn't have to flip the record over.
That sounds like a dream.
I had a vinyl of a Spider-Man Adventure that came with a comic book.
Yeah, I should drop my vinyl player off at a Goodwill because it ain't
not going
it.
with. It's not making it.
I don't think I've ever replaced the needle on it either, and that like the needle is like $40, and I'm pretty sure that the player itself was $120.
This is what they don't tell you about vinyl. You have to replace the needle. You have to replace pieces on. Look, it is
the same as a car.
Cars aren't great either.
All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got the Diamond and Pearl stuff we should talk about, and that's pretty much it. Just we'll wrap up with the Diamond and Pearl stuff, then Pokemon of the week and question of the week, and we will be right back. Opinions on the new app? I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. It could be bad. Hope it's good though. All right, we got Reshiram. That's the first Reshiram we got. We got Dialga, double. Okay, no worries, Omega. Enjoy your lunch. Wait, what? Okay. Time and space, and is this the Pikachu? No way! Look at that chat! Holy cow! This might be the best TCG set they've ever made for collectors. I'm losing my mind. Like, this set is so cool. And we are back from our break. There's more Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl news. So we're going to talk about that. There was a couple outlets that got early first-hand impressions of the game. Obviously very controlled because the Pokemon Company / Nintendo always wants to control the narrative. We're going to pull my stuff. We're going to pull this stuff off Game Informer. My friend John Carson, who works at Game Informer, did this stuff. So it was like really cool to see a friend be able to play the game early and then talk about it and stuff. So I know IGN did some stuff. I think like GameSpot did some stuff, but we'll just do the Game Informer. It's all the same. They all got literally the same exact preview. But then I also covered this on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/PKMNcast, if you want to see my earlier thoughts on that too. So comes out November 19th. We're getting close. They
almost a month away.
Mm-hmm.
They show. Okay, before we go through this, let's talk about the thing that everyone's talking about.
Okay. What is everybody talking about?
Experience share is not a toggle once again.
But that's the norm now.
I don't know, but I don't know why this is such a point of contention for some people.
I mean, I understand because I originally had the issue back in the day. It's like I want to control the leveling of mine Pokemon. I don't want it just to be a blanket.
Yes, I get that. But when they turned the toggle off, they also introduced PC Anywhere.
Right.
And so, like, in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, it was experience share, always on, but also the first game that no matter where you are, take out a Pokemon, put in a Pokemon.
Yeah, but those are completely unrelated. What does one have to do with the other?
Because, like, if you only wanted one Pokemon to get experience, you could just dump the other 5 Pokemon. And if you wanted to do the chain thing where it's like, I'm going to send out you level 1, I'm going to switch right away to the level 10, and then we're both going to get experience because that's how you would do it anyways. You just put the other 4 in the box.
But that doesn't work. It's like, I have my team. I'm bringing my team. But this is the real issue. And I blame the parents of millennials. I don't blame the millennials themselves.
Yeah, it's the parents' problem.
Which is basically, I'm going to say the boomers, but who knows. If a Pokemon does not participate in a battle, and I have not designated that Pokemon to receive experience, why is it getting experience?
Because they were there watching.
It has literally done nothing but sit in a box. Get this. This is the problem with my shiny bug quest playthrough through Pokemon Shield. Frostmoth has legit done jack duty because has never been in a battle, but since I had to catch it at level 40 or whatever in the field, whatever the base for a Snome is that you can get the lowest. So I didn't breed it. I caught it. Fresh caught Snome shiny in the field. It is at level 50 now because it keeps getting experience for doing nothing.
It is observing and watching and taking notes. As an educator, having examples at the front of the class is a valuable learning tool. Yes, they don't learn as much as perhaps doing the battle, but they do learn something from watching, and you cannot ignore that aspect of education.
I can. And also, I like to play Pokemon games where it's like you got the guy in the front, or gal, or non-binary, whichever the Pokemon identifies as.
Could be a Magnemite.
Correct. And like then it levels over the next guy or gal or non-binary, and then you move it up the line, and then you keep moving them up the line so that they level evenly. But now it's like poor Larvesta is doing all the work.
Look, Larvesta ain't evolving until level 462 anyways.
No, but it could give the poor kid a break.
Yeah, but okay, so if you were like, Pokemon games are too easy, I don't want to be over leveled, that is still your choice. Like if you're going into Rayhan, and Rayhan, I don't even know what level Rayhan's Pokemon are. If that dude's Pokemon are level 45 and your Pokemon is 42, and you're like, I don't want to be above 42 because it's gonna be, just put that Pokemon in the box. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. You access the PC anywhere. This Pokemon hit 42. That's where I want to be. Drop it in the box. Move on. It's fine. Like you're still in complete control of your Pokemon levels to be like, oh, my Pokemon are getting experience too fast. At any point, no matter where you are, you can go slide that Pokemon into a box and it stops getting experience at that point. I don't know. It's just like it. I see the complaint, and you're like the being able to have more control of your game is not something I would want to take away from a player. I still think that control is there. I am more shocked that this is just so controversial. This is so much of a controversy when almost every other JRPG, this has just been a thing forever. Like every Final Fantasy, every Persona, Octopath Traveler, the Bravely Default. It's just it's just a thing. The fact that Pokemon
grinding levels isn't fun.
The fact that Pokemon had even earlier Pokemon games, people should be more mad that in earlier Pokemon games you don't get experience share until the 7th gym in one of them. It's like the Heart Gold Soul Silver. What is it? It's after Jasmine or something. You don't get it.
Well, it's so that you can do all that great Kanto.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they're like, hey, dude in the little town hall, you didn't catch 40 Pokemon? No experience share for you. If you want to grind properly, you got to grind. That should be the actual outrage. I don't know. I think it's fine. I feel like it's just people complaining for the sake of complaining because
welcome to 2021.
Welcome to the internet.
Because there is still control,
but it's not the control that they want.
It's not the control. It's not the bunch of they want the boomer control back. They want that little toggle switch. We got more advanced zoomer control where we can do all these things over here.
I mean, I don't think it's more advanced if you took away the toggle switch. You made it less advanced. Like, what? We took away features, so it's more advanced.
They took it away, but they did replace it with something. Look, if that was the call, I'll take PC anywhere, anytime.
Oh, I mean that's the better thing. I mean, I don't get why I still don't fundamentally understand the thought process behind getting rid of the toggle, but I don't have to. It's just like, why?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they could have both, right?
Right. And they had both, and then they just didn't.
My only guess is they still want people to finish the game. And so if you give that person the option to turn it off and then they get frustrated, it's the whole shiny lock thing. If they didn't shiny lock Zekrom and Reshiram, and then people would sit there, which there's two arguments to that. It's like people will sit there and then they don't see the end of the game, and as a creator of a product, you want somebody to go through your entire product and consume it the way you envisioned it. So I see that point of like, I want you to go through this the way I designed you to go through this. And then there's the other point of like, who cares? They spent the $40. Let them do what they want.
I like that applies to a lot of things, like customization. We want you to play this character and only this character, so there's no customization. Like it is a weird mindset to be like, we want you to play it this way and see the end of the game our way. It is a strange thing to latch onto because that can apply for a lot of things. We only want this character design, so you can't customize it.
Yeah.
We only want these Pokemon to be available, so that's it. Like, I don't see the benefit of not having the toggle. It's not a deal breaker. I don't really care. It's just one of the design choices that I would love to have been there for, to hear the reason why. Why did you take away this functionality? What improvement in the game did you see by taking it away?
Unless they held like focus groups and
I mean,
people
yeah,
were like, we
and I'm
hate
curious,
leveling up Pokemon.
I mean, I'm curious what brought about the decision. Like, I would love to know the reasons why behind these things are, because I always feel like a lot of people are. I mean, this is the Niantic thing. You get upset at the thing because they don't tell you why they made the decision, just that they made the decision. Like, everybody got mad at their parents when they said no because I told you so. This is sort of the same thing. It's like, you're not telling us the reasons why you don't make sense of these decisions, and so it's going to rub people the wrong way.
Why they put the audio settings on a random NPC 2 gyms in? Like, what? Not 2 gyms in, but 2 cities in.
Yeah, I mean, they just make weird decisions, and
you feel like you're in a real world. It's not like I can just tap my window and change the brightness.
It's called drapes.
I got to go 2 towns over to get the drapes.
To get drapes, I have to drive to Target 2 towns over to find drapes.
They don't have drapes at Target.
Yeah, they do.
Not my Target.
Off Game Informer, it says a big question is whether whether the remakes will have hidden machines (HMs), since they were cut from the variety of modern Pokemon games. This time around, gym badges will unlock HM moves that can be used around the world. You do not have to teach them to your Pokemon. Using an HM like Strength will move a boulder. Using an HM like Strength to move a boulder will make a wild Pokemon appear and use the move for you. It doesn't really make any sense, but I'll take the convenience over wasting precious move slots. So we knew the HM thing. We knew but they unlock through badges that made sense, I guess, but it's nice to just hear it written down. You can call on these helpful and wild monsters using the new improved Poketch. The watch-like device from Diamond and Pearl. Apps on this new Poketch will include a step counter, Pokemon friend checker, calculator, item dowsing machine, drawing pad, so just confirming that those things are back. John writes, my favorite part of the demo was when we ventured into the ground underground, a massive subterranean map that compares in the size of the above ground of Sinnoh. Down in these depths, the trainers can excavate the excavate. There we go. Items. You can find some Pokemon statues, decorate your secret bases. These secret bases are special, customizable rooms found in the ground underground. Depending on which Pokemon figures you decorate, it will affect which Pokemon you can find and catch in the larger underground called hideaways. Use certain bug statues. You will more likely find bug in the hideaway. A device in front of your secret base will let you know how the hideaways will be affected. A statue collection is a big part of the ground underground experience and your overall Pokemon collecting strategy. Some statues even come in a rare shiny version that gives a different effect from their standard counterpart.
Well, now they've added 5 more years to Steve's Twitch
Oh,
career.
no.
Shiny
statues.
Which I think was what kind of hinted at when we were like, why is this statue green and why is this statue like...
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think if you want a little bit more out of the out of this like preview, I cover it on my YouTube channel, but it was just like, here's some short things, here's little details sprinkled here and there. I don't know. I'm real excited for Diamond Pearl.
So,
I am too.
Who is hosting the launch party this year? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
That's the way the finger was pointed. I mean, I might be able to do it. Just I did it the last time, you know. Why do I got to do it every time?
You don't have to. Steve can do it. Newbie throws the party. That's the rules.
I don't know what situation my house will be in. I got to stream a
bunch.
bunch.
Now
Rent the party room just like I did.
We gotta do the bonus podcast. We gotta stream.
We don't have to do anything.
I'm awaiting the countless amount of information that will come from Diamond and Pearl and whatnot. Hey, speaking of misinformation, just because we can't have a 90-minute episode this week, and I'm super sorry for that. Speaking of misinformation, though, we'll probably cover this on my Twitch stream on Monday night if people want to come by and get the details here. I'll give you the too long didn't read, though. Back when Sword and Shield came out, no one knew the shiny odds. And for like a week, Cerebi just kept changing what that was. And it was normal. I think most people were like, yep, this is going to be different. And then Pokemon.com put out shiny hunting. They're like, this is how you shiny hunt. And it very much conflicted with what Cerebi said. Now, Cerebi's not a data miner. Joe over at Cerebi, they work with the data miners and they figure all that out. And this is it took 3 weeks for Let's Go to be pretty much figured out and solidified shiny stuff. I think for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, it took over a year for people to figure out DexNav and how DexNav worked. SOS took 2 weeks, I think. This is not unheard of, but it has been almost 2 years. And for some reason, the data miners decided to go back and look at the shiny odds, and they have verified that Cerebi has been wrong for 2 years. And the Pokemon.com article has been right the entire time.
What a surprise.
Yet, and that is what I have always said. Thank you to the people that, I have never said that. I just found it really weird that Pokemon.com would actually go to the efforts to put out a shiny article. Because they rarely do. They started kind of doing that around Sun and Moon. They went to the efforts to put it out. Why would they put it out wrong? I don't know. So there's a lot more to it.
What was Cerebi saying that was wrong?
It's pretty much the too long didn't read of that is brilliant Pokemon are increased shinies.
Oh.
And by knocking out, you're increasing your brilliant, which is increasing your chance for shinies.
What's a brilliant Pokemon?
It's the one with the aura.
Yeah, you see
Oh, the
them
ones
in
that the
overworld.
Watty
Yeah,
Pokemons.
Yeah.
The ones that give you Watts. Okay.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
well it was a data miner. They had it was like 30 tweets in a row. I'll go through all that on my Twitch stream and then probably just make it into a video and stuff.
TLDR, because you're gonna do an Instagram, a TikTok, a Instagram reel, I'm sure, YouTube vid. Am I wasting my time going to Honeycomb Sea every frickin' day and knocking out 10 combis? Or
No,
is that
what
actually
you're
getting
doing
me
is
where I want to go?
That's getting you where you want to go.
What you are doing is correct.
Okay.
what you are doing is correct. It's not like, and me saying that is not like, oh, Joe was wrong for 2 years. It's just like, it's a little frustrating to be like, okay, why didn't we look more into this? Like, why were we just like, Pokemon.com is wrong, this is right, everyone's okay. I don't know.
It's because
fine.
ultimately it doesn't matter, and people don't really pay attention to
Right,
that.
you're right. Ultimately, it doesn't matter because, like, even if whether it's 1 in 4,000, 1 in 1,300, 1 in 8,000, 1
It's
in
still random.
you're still going to just do the same thing anyways.
And confirmation bias is going to allow you to align with whichever one you pay attention to. So, Joe being wrong for 2 years, everybody's like, no, that's exactly what happened to me because that's what they had in their brain, and that matched up with the pattern. Ultimately, shiny odds, because it's still every chance is flipping a coin. Unless you have a giant spreadsheet, you're never going to actually like remember. Oh, I got this one in 4,000, but then this one I got
Greg,
in 100.
the sad thing is that
People
a
do.
lot of these people who shiny hunt do keep count.
I mean, they
Because
keep
so
count,
many people
but
ask me, it's like, how many combis have you gone through? I'm like, I know. I got
a
no
lot
idea.
a lot of these people that shiny hunt also, they look at this stuff, and I know just some shiny hunters that were very hardcore, and they're like, well, shiny hunting's no fun in Sword and Shield because it's broken. And it's like, but it's not broken. It's just, it's different, and we didn't understand exactly how it was until now. But if you were to look at Cerebee's numbers, which seems like, oh, I only knock out 5,000, I knock out 500 Pokemon, and it only works 3% of the time, and that's not worth it, and it's still, that was wrong. But those people looked at it and was like, oh, this is broken. They made it unfun. Why even do it? I'm going to go do another game. I get it. It's like a little discouraging to be like, oh, this is a bad way to hunt. But then it's like they go back to like Crystal and they're like 1 in 8,000, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, I guess
like, I'm gonna
whatever.
go to
Shiny.
I'm gonna go to a worse odds because I know it's worse odds.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
I know
I'm
that.
still
Yeah.
spinning around on a bike trying to get a shiny Solosis.
All
Okay,
right.
but
Speed past it.
we're good. Question of the week.
What's the question of the week?
Where is the question of the week in the Slack? Where
It's
is
up. People added a
up.
whole bunch of stuff.
I don't know.
Uh,
That sounded
Which
like
happens
Carmen
on
Sandiego.
Wednesdays.
I know. Kevin sent in some stuff about they made like trainer cards for the Pokemon 25.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's so hard on an audio podcast. I don't know. Just go look at them.
You can finally battle with Katy Perry. Not Pikachu. Katy Perry.
the J Balvin music video is there. That was sent in by Spencer.
Fire. Straight
Bobby
fire.
said Steve has spent more money on Pokemon stuff than I have. That is very true. I
That
have
is
spent
true.
more money. Oh, sorry, we'll talk about this real quick. This is from Raph. The Shiny Zacian and Shiny Zamazenta are coming to GameStop,
Yeah.
which is, yep, that was expected.
All right, Greg,
But
I
it's not
know.
until the 22nd of October, right?
I know where the spooky GameStop is, so
Ooh,
just
let's
don't.
go spooky GameStop.
You're not going to be able to buy anything because they have no inventory
Okay.
except Wii U games, and I just plugged my Wii U back in, so that's exciting for me.
Let's take a trip. Let's take a tour.
Robert writes in and says, boy, I got a lot of thoughts about this question. When did mythicals become less memorable?
Never.
Never. I don't think they have been.
What does less memorable mean?
I think people, I would assume.
Oh, no, I can tell you exactly when. Marshadow.
No, I don't.
Because who even thinks of Rabbit Guy as
Rabbit Guy?
Exactly.
Rabbit Guy? Zera
Exactly.
Aura?
No. Crown Tundra.
He's not a bit. Oh, Calyrex? He's not a mythical. He's legendary.
Oh, good lord. Then who's the mythical for Sword and Shield?
Here's the thing that ruined it. Mythical for Sword and Shield?
Yeah.
Melmetal and well, not Mel. Well,
No.
Zarude.
Yeah, whatever. When they started releasing the mythicals 5 years after the game came out, and you forgot.
Okay.
Wait, Magirna's from Alola? Wait, what?
Magirna? Okay, I think Magirna's fine too.
They're fine. They're just forgettable. They're no Mew.
They're not
They're no
forgettable.
They're
Celebi.
not forgettable.
They're no Jiratchit.
What? Okay. Here's the thing that ruined mythicals for people, and people will. I will give you the mythical that ruined mythicals for people, but they're ignoring everything else. That Pokemon is Victini.
No, slander. Get that out your mouth.
And this is all your guys' fault. Everyone who listens to this podcast, all these Pokemon fans on Twitter, this is all of your guys' fault. They put extra effort into Victini. They gave Victini his own island.
I know.
You got when you bought the game, you didn't have to go anywhere else. You walked into GameStop, you got the game, they handed you a code card. You went back to Chipotle in Mall of America, you sat down, you entered the code card under mystery gift, and then when you got to that island, when you got to Castelia City, you could take the boat over to get Victini. They put so much effort into that.
Yeah, it was
and
great.
They did not do it before, and they did not do it after. And you know why? Because all these Pokemon fans complained that Gen 5 was bad. Gen 5 had so much hate compared to Sword and Shield and all these other games. Why would they do it again? And if you want to say mythicals before then, Mew, all you had to do was go to Toys R Us. There was nothing special about that. You had to go to Toys R Us. You had to talk to some employee getting paid $7.25 an hour with high-waisted pants, hating their life because they're interacting with 12-year-olds and parents that are probably very pretentious about their children. And then if you wanted Jirachi, you gotta buy a bad Genius Sonority game on the GameCube in order to get Jirachi, or go to your friend's house to trade it. Like, let's not pretend that they were that special. There was nothing special about buying a $50 bad game for the Nintendo GameCube to get a Jirachi.
It's not about special, it's about memorable. And you've already now answered the question with the actual answer. The problem is, you no longer, it's two parts. Number one, you no longer have to go anywhere to get a mythical. I got Zarude in my email inbox right now. Right? I don't have to do I don't have to put any effort. I don't have to talk to the creepies at GameStop. But no, not special. They're not.
I think they're all memorable.
But then
I think they're all memorable.
They're talking about, like, I have the experience of going to this place and hooking my Game Boy to the guy at Toys R Us's Game Boy, and he transferred the Mew. Like, I had that experience. So that's part number one. But the second part, the second part is they do so many distributions now that any distribution is not exciting. It's like, there's something every month. There's some code. This PKMcast on Instagram is like, here's the code of the month. Get this crappy Pokemon that they're spitting out for free.
Mythicals became less memorable when you became an adult.
Mythicals have been the same since Toys R Us. They've been the same since day one. M for mythical, M for marketing. That is they have always been a marketing tool to get you to buy Ranger, to get you to buy Coliseum, to get you through the door in GameStop, to get you to sign up for a newsletter, to convince you to play Pokemon Go, to convince you to go to Toys R Us. They have literally only been, if you have not realized this in 25 years, that they have been a marketing tool. Zarude is for you to be like, I got this Zarude. Maybe I should check out that movie on Netflix.
Yeah. When you became an adult and realized it was all marketing is when they became less memorable.
That is the actual difference between mythical Pokemon and legendary Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon are the things at the end of the game that you're supposed to chase. Mythical Pokemon are marketing materials.
M for marketing.
That is... This is from our YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We had a lot of questions this week, so I read all the questions. Unfortunately, we can't get to all the questions, so feel free to copy and paste your question if you really want to try to answer it. I don't mind. We'll get to it eventually. Opossum Posse writes in, which TCG card is your absolute favorite and why?
That's hard to pick. Greg doesn't have one.
I don't have one. Wait,
you don't have a
hold
single
on.
card that, not even Ancient Mew?
Ancient Mew is worthless.
Yeah, but it could still be your favorite. They're not that. It's just your favorite.
So I would say my top 3, and it's like really focused on the deck that I played the most. Darkrai is up there. Hydreigon is up there. And then, of course, you had to have Sableye, and you had to have the good Sableye.
You're talking about Junk Hunt Sableye.
Yeah. I think Junk Hunt Sableye has got to be my favorite TCG card.
One of these
somebody
two.
gave Greg some Roselias.
Because I like the art in both of these.
Those
That
are
is
cute. I would
I
say
have
probably.
another one. I don't like the art in this one.
Yeah, that one's not good. I remember that card. I will
also
say
have this hollow flashy Roserade that I like.
Ooh, that one's good. Tropical Beach is probably one of my most memorable favorite cards, but it's a trainer, so that feels weird. But I love Tropical Beach. Mine is very similar to Will's. It was Darkrai GX, or was it the Darkrai EX? It was from the Dark Explorer's Darkrai, and its ability was as long as it had a Dark type energy, you have free retreat. And it was Darkrai was part of the Mewtwo Wars in the Black and White era, which is part of the celebrations. The Mewtwo with I think it's X-Ball. It's like a double colorless. So you would play a double colorless. It would do 40, but it would do 80 against another Mewtwo, but they would play it. And so it was the Darkrai there.
Is this the Junk Hunt Sableye?
Does it have
Yes.
Junk Hunt on it? Yes.
It has Junk
This
Hunt on it.
artwork is incredible.
Yeah,
Because
isn't it? And it's a
because
great
It
card.
is incredible.
Because Junk Hunt should be free, right? There's no energy cost for Junk Hunt?
I don't know. It's got a dark thing next to it.
No, 1 dark energy.
No. Is it a dark energy? I thought it was free.
Nah.
Look, I don't know what that means.
One dark energy.
One dark. Oh yeah, it is a dark energy. Yeah. Because you get there are some Pokemon cards that have like a free move, and it's usually like an empty circle.
Those are
to
the only.
signify that's free.
Those are actually. I think I have some ancient Pokemon cards in my basement from like when it was first released. I haven't looked for them.
So my favorite meme TCG card, and now you'll have to forgive me because I can't remember if it was Palkia or Dialga, but it's basically it was one where it would like attack and then immediately go back to the bench after it was done attacking, and then
Keldeo?
No. Keldeo was rush in.
Oh yeah, Keldeo's Russian. Yeah.
This was it would attack and immediately go back to the bench, and then there was another card that was playable at the time that was like could not take attacks from Pokemon GX, which like everybody had GX was like
Usually,
every Pokemon.
usually there was a Hoopa that had that ability.
This is way before Hoopa. So it was just like you would attack with Palkia, put it back to the bench, and then the other one would come up,
Get promoted.
and then they couldn't attack it, and then
There
you
was
just like you keep swapping Palkia or Dialga in. It's like so memey and stupid, but I love that deck.
There was a Sulgor card that did the same thing, and its attack I think was called Deck and Cover, and then for 2 double colorless it would attack.
Well, no.
And then
So
it would go back.
It would go back into the deck.
The deck, yeah.
And then
then you could use Mew, and Mew could copy that move.
Yes.
So Mew
And
could do the same thing.
you'd use Gardevoir to thin your deck out, but make
it
sure
was-
that you didn't deck out. So yeah, Deck
was
and Cover
good.
was a good deck.
Yeah.
But there needed a lot of pieces, needed Tropical Beach, so too
Love the
expensive.
Tropical Beach.
Ugh.
I do like the Keldeo with Russian. Keldeo Russian was very memorable too.
Blastoise Keldeo, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days.
I have some Rosalia cards over here I could show again.
That's not gonna win you any games, buddy.
What is our Pokemon of the week?
Well, I screwed up.
I don't remember the last one.
So the last one, I gave you 5 irrelevant. I gotta open it up again. 5 non-relevant facts. One was about going to the gym. One was about the Jetsons. One was about the Roman god Janus. One was about a German word. That was probably the most important of the clues that people ignored. And then one was about reciprocating motion. All right, so if number 1 means that it's only a steel type, so mono steel type. Number 2 references sprockets and cogs.
Oh, I remember this.
Number 3
remember
references something that has 2 faces. Number 4, I'm not going to tell you. And number 5 is a method of using 2 sprockets together so that you would transform motion that goes up and down or in and out into rotational motion. What then would you say?
It's Kling Clang.
Greg, you got to guess something.
Clang.
Greg is correct because Germans, there's no word in German that is kling clang. There is a word in German that is klong,
Ah.
which
I
means
don't like
sound,
this Pokemon.
tone, musical tone, note, or timbre.
Yeah, Greg hates mechanical Pokemon.
I do.
I mean, that doesn't mean he can't get the answer right.
I know. I like Kling Clang. I like that line.
I do too. You find him in Chargestone Cavern along with all the Tynamos, some of the best Pokemon ever
Tynamo's
made.
amazing.
Clang
I love Tynamo.
was the last non-legendary or mythical Pokemon from Generation 5 to make its debut in a main series. What does that mean? Oh,
What?
I see what they're saying. They're saying when you're going through the world, Clang is the last Pokemon that's like a new Pokemon that you can encounter in the wild in Generation 5.
How is that possible? I don't think you even see Bouffalante until you're on Victory Road
Yeah, I
or
don't know
near
what that
Victory
means.
Road.
Because you've already seen them, because somebody's already used them in the party. Somebody's already thrown them out.
Yeah, but you see Clang in Chargestone Cavern, which is halfway through the game. It's not even to Twist Mountain yet. Bulbapedia.
Oh, are they saying it was the are they saying that it was the last Pokemon to be shown? Like you didn't
Maybe.
know it existed because we
maybe.
saw Bouffalante in like early previews.
I don't know. This sentence
That
is real
sounds
wild.
more accurate.
I can't parse this sentence. Like, there's so many ways it could go. Anyways, the shuffle icon is just itself, and it's fine.
Its shiny's good. It's like a copper.
It's steampunky, coppery, yeah, if you like
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
All right, are you ready for this week's Pokemon?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I messed up big time, but y'all, in whatever 8 years of doing this, I'm allowed to make a mistake once. I referenced the error in the clue. I'm also made it extremely short because I'm tired of Greg's complaints, even when I'm not here complaining about me and my clues.
I was just giving helpful
Here
tips.
is the clue. I appreciate Bobby appreciating me. Thank you, Bobby. This recently featured repeat from 2 months ago Pokemon, which Steve thinks is so powerful that it warped the rules of a competition, also falls in line with the trend started 2 Pokemon ago.
Oh boy, that's a good one.
Except it's a repeat.
Oh, man, 2 months ago.
I forgot to check my archive of ones that I've done already. And it was only 2 months ago.
I mean, I have
All
my
right,
whole
well-
list here, so I'm going to go back 2 months.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for making it to the end. We'll be streaming on Twitch this week. This will kind of be the last full week, and the next week just a couple streams, and then I'll be gone from like Twitch for a little over a week. It's like 9 or 10 days, I think. Obviously, podcasts will still be coming out. We'll be doing a Sword and Shield sorry, Jill. We'll be doing a Diamond Pearl something marathon when those games come out. We'll also be doing the audio podcast series that we always do when a new game comes out. We have a charity stream this Friday on Twitch. That is the 22nd. We'll be doing a charity for survivors.org. That is for people who have, I'm not going to use any trigger words, but that is for people who have experienced trauma in their life. And we'll have some little rewards and some things to do there. And I'm very excited for that. So if you can't come by, there'll be like a link in our Discord if you want to throw like $5 or whatever your way. If you want to donate to charity and make yourself feel good for the weekend, it'll be in the Slack. Otherwise, I'll be streaming for several hours on Friday to try to raise as much money as possible. It'll be probably our last charity for the year. Now that we're going into the holiday season and people want to be selfish and buy gifts for themselves, and I understand. But before you become selfish, maybe, donate to a good cause. So thank you for listening. Thank you for making it to the end. Will is at Wash in the Sink on Twitter. Greg is at White Wing. I am at Dragging a Lake. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for making it to the end. Feel free to like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, feel free to leave us a review. That really, really helps us out. But this has been another episode of the Pokemon Podcast, and we are
super effective.
Super Shiny Statue Lock starting November 20th.